We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow! Hey, 43, 15!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Murray. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tackle for loss by Lawrence Taylor.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
And some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Donald Parham.
49 yards.
And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They go with Murray again. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The coach is always harped on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And the Pats force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And he's got room. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. On 1st down, Murray. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Murray. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Derek Brown
able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Donald Parham as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Rodgers.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at times.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And this is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Again, it's Murray. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get it. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Murray. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Steps, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just
taking it right down Broadway. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 97 yards.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, that one's hard to believe. Not something you see every day. A very long run for the big guy.
Normally we see his counterpart, right? The scat back, the guy with the so-called speed. But we saw a little bit of everything there, didn't we? The big, powerful man with the football. He can also stretch it out a little bit in the open field.
What's good on the extra point? And it's now 21-0. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got a man, complete. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Mahomes to throw once more. Big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all three timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here.
On the move past the 40.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers throwing here. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run away.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Donald Parham, 33 yards. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on the offense knows it will sting a lot worse if they don't get some points on.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This is Ricky Williams. He spent 3 years as a Saint, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bats put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Donald Parham,
76 yards.
and the Bats have taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rodgers going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Stephon Gilmore, he was the one defensively there who really blew that play up before it got started.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created it.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last run, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Crabtree. Touchdown! Michael Crabtree, 46 yards.
And the Bats' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And that is incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before half for Rodgers. Going up top. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. The Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott picks it. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara.
Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Crabtree. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bats go up by 2 touchdowns.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A short kick taken at the 18. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down.
Brandon Cooks, 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 73 yards.
And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
Lutz with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Williams. And he stopped immediately there.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Saints. Randy Moss, 72 yards.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. That goes out wide to Murray. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. Into the hands of Cooks. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. To throw is Rodgers. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game. And you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Score Saints 7, Eagles nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Kyle Pitts.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Johnson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, they'd already intercepted him. That time he was trying to extend the play, getting outside the pocket. A costly interception as it's returned for a touchdown.
Yeah, it felt to me like he was trying to do just a bit too much on that play, and you and I both know from experience in watching. Sometimes it's better to take the sack or maybe run for a short gain rather than force a risky throw. He tried it, did not work out well for him at all.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get...
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek at some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers going to come out throwing. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deacon Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now with 1st and 10 at the 11.
First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Snap comes at 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. Donald Parham from 10 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Crabtree. Touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Brandon Cooks, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 67 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That would give running left. It's Bettis. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That one complete to Bettis. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Bettis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
On first down, Rodgers.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Donald Parham.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, he's letting it fly for Cooks.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all...
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Up the middle they run with Bettis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Bettis. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jerome Bettis, a 10-yard touchdown run. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Chris McAllister. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
First down carry for Henry.
Down to about the 37.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Off the play fake, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Back deep, CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
14 yards on the play. That's good for the Saints.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 52 yards. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mariota. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Rodgers. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Rodgers will try again on second down. He's going to go up top again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Michael Crabtree, 81 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, pass complete there to Crabtree. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They go play action. Mariota.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Saints are going to take over.
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 31-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On first down, Murray. And some room to work. Touchdown, Packers. DeMarco Murray, 31 yards. And the Packers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue, explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Again, it's Murray. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And some room to roam now. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. DeMarco Murray with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Saints nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Rodgers now on first down.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
131 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go with Murray again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run here. It's Murray. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now Mariota on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get this to the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
On the delay, this is Murray. Powers through him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing
pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to... That's caught inside the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a give, left side. This is Murray. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DeMarco Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Packers 21, Saints 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On second down, Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defense.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Once more, Murray. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. DeMarco Murray. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 37. And the Saints first down.
Now Rodgers. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Donald Parham from 19 yards away. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Boy, 184 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try the right side with Murray. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Carlson able to put this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10. And they're on the 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers going to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Rodgers, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Time to ground it out now with Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Man, 222 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run it left side with Murray. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Now
a give. This is Murray. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Donald Parham, 55 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Stiff-armed him. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great.